Hey, everyone. This message is going to be for Gemini today. I'm excited to be here with you guys. Just so I don't forget to ask, can you give me a like and a follow if you like the message? But thank you all for being here with me. And this message is going to be timeless. So whenever you see this, it's perfect, right? Like, take what you can, leave what you don't. I do have some concern in this that I will bring forward to the front because I think it's the most important. But for some of you guys, not everyone, but for some Virgos here, or Gemini. Wow, that was interesting. I wonder why that. So maybe it's someone around you, right? So just be mindful. I feel some health issues here, okay? I got a lot around the solar plexus chakra, guys, which could be like pancreas, stomach, like stomach ulcers, which comes from stress. It could be, I don't know if I said pancreas, kidneys, those kind of things, So be aware and alert of that. Some of you, I hope that you consider exploring things unconventionally. I just really think that with some changes in your life that it will help you a lot. Some of these I'm actually getting like autoimmune disorders and things like that. So be aware that this, may be an issue for you, and to make sure that you are paying attention to the signs that your body is giving you. Okay. I know that you want more. I know. I just get this feeling of go, go, go. Like you want more. This isn't what you thought, like, I don't know. Don't let your health necessarily completely prevent you from getting to your dreams. But what I'm getting here is that I really want you guys to look back to what you originally wanted, okay? What you originally wanted. Like, we get wrapped up in our dreams sometimes, and we go in this like spiral, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, it's never enough. Like, I want to do more. I want to do more. Well, guess what? Sometimes we just can't. We have to be good with what brings balance to our life. And with that, I'm feeling as though others around you may have some concern, or maybe not necessarily happy with the choices that you're making. And this is just feeling as though a big struggle for you guys, and it's like affecting everything, okay? And even if you get outside of health, for those of you that it's not necessarily a health trigger now, but maybe the stress of, the grind, the everyday grind, and the conflict in the family, and all of that will eventually lead to something more if you don't, check yourself, right? Check yourself. Some of you guys, there's like this whole thing around moving for me. Maybe you want to move, you want more, but the whole fact of it is that, if you do like get a bigger place or more, or whatever the case may be, it's going to strap you, or it's not necessarily where your family wants to go, or whatever the case may be. So really trust the flow in this. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Confirmation burp. I know that you don't want to fight and you don't want conflict here, but like, understand that sometimes we have a way of craving and chasing something that is like, maybe you're not feeling what you thought you'd feel, and so you want more. And but like what they're showing me is, your grind is like so huge in this one direction, but maybe that's not necessarily, you shouldn't be pushing for more that way, but bring in something that will run synchronous with it to keep you from having to have a pedal to 90 to nothing, right? So there's things, different ways that you can bring in different financial avenues that will benefit you more than the harder grind. You know, I know you're not seeing that it is going to be good for you right now, and that's okay. But I do think that you're going to have some choices here. But you know, I'm also getting here, like, I never in a million years thought that I would be putting a label on myself as a psychic medium. Never, ever in a million years would have thought that. But I'm wearing that badge, you know, I'm doing that thing. So if there's something that you haven't thought of that hasn't crossed your mind, if you all of a sudden have this idea that this might benefit you, just try, right? Try and see what happens. I do feel like a lot of you guys need to take a little time and step back and overview things here. Okay. Love yourself. Like, start paying attention. Work out, guys. Work out. I'm telling you, I'm feeling this in a lot of your guys' energy. You know, even though I feel like you're go-go, I think it's go-go as in like stress, not like go-go like I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna go for a walk and I'm going to, you know, work out and do what I need to do, like that, like yoga. Seriously, guys, like, you have to like ground yourself and allow the disconnect of the everyday routine, you know, even if you do run around everywhere at your job and you walk around or whatever the case may be, but you need that disconnect, right? Like, for example, I work in my home, so I don't go out to, you know, many places. I'm home like all the time, but you know, I have to separate myself from this environment. So I go for a lot of walks just to get myself outside of, you know, my home and whatever. And so then I'm just walking around my home. So then I like actually got to take myself somewhere else because we have to like clear the energy, right? We can't stay in the same routine, stagnancy, or whatever. But at the same time, you don't want too much chaos here, guys. This is really important because this is affecting your loved ones in your family, okay, as well. I do think that, you know, it's bothering you too, but it's something that you don't want to accept because this dream is so big, right? You want this so bad. But like, why do you want that so bad? Why do you have to have that? You know? So really go back and think about when you first started. Like, what did you really want when you first started? You know? Because I feel like for you that, Sorry, guys, just one second here. You guys, you know, feel things that's going on around you. You know, it's just what it is. You guys are gifted like that. And so that's the whole thing, is the disconnecting of the energy. And when you stay so focused on this one energy, it's like the mirror's black, right? Like you can't, it gets dark, like you can't see it going any further, or maybe you can't imagine how you can do anything else, but you need more. You see what I'm saying? Like there's this whole feeling of lack and almost like materialism, you know, just to put it to you guys bluntly. So it's like what you're wanting, you don't have enough, but like really what you want, is it really that important? Like, do you really need all of that? You know, so just make sure that you're checking yourself on that, because like for those of you that's considering a move, I think it's going to be about timing. and to really think about your wants and your needs. You know, like, yes, we'd all love that mansion, that castle. We all would, you know, but I have to remember my health. I have to remember that I may not be able to have this grind for, you know, as long as I want to. So, you know, I kind of got to check myself and settle, you know. It's not really even settling. That's such lack mindset. It's like, accept what is, right? And it can be beautiful because now you have less stress because you're not having to spend out so much money on all of this stuff, you know? So really think about that. And also, I'm getting something around someone who is like, their temper is really bad right now. And so just try to be mindful of that sometimes you can feed them, you know, make it worse. And so try to be like, understand that the fuel is there for a reason. You know, you may not realize the harm that you're causing, or even what you're doing, but you know, sometimes we have to look in the mirror to see what we need to see, you know, like seriously. And I know this is a hard message. I wish that I could sugarcoat it a little bit, but you know, overall in the end game, I do see really good things for you here. I have the light card, and I have the celebration card, and you know, here, I'll go through really quick what I got here. Don't want to run too long, but I have don't want wisdom, but this is about, you know, the conformity of things. Like, you want things outside the norm, you know, you want more, you want something more. And the foundations and achievements, and it's reversed, so it's like what you're doing is not enough. And then the solar plexus chakra, and firm foundations in reverse. And this speaks of like not, you know, having a good foundation, but you can have a good foundation. You can. You know, you just have to go inward and see things from a different perspective. I have the Triumph card. It did come out in reverse, but overall, ultimately, it's an oracle deck. Oracle decks are really only meant to be actually read this way because it's telling you that you can get through this, that everything is going to be okay. But this is your mental. This is you thinking like it's not going to be okay. But it is. It's going to be okay. I'm here to give you that. I'm here to show you the light and to help guide you and to help you understand. And then I have the trust card here. And so with this in the upright, this is telling me that you need to trust where your life is going, that it's going in a good direction and it's going where it's meant to. Okay? Sometimes we get wrapped up in our mind, and it's like, for example, say someone is working in a fast food restaurant. They love it. They've been there for years. They're making the bucks, right? They've moved up the line and they're good with that. And, you know, but other people are like, you can't make no money in fast food, like whatever. Even though they're proud, they're allowing someone else to make them feel like they should want more, you know? And so know that, you know, come outside of that. And I don't want win or lose. So this is like, you don't want to fight. You want to come from the heart. You want to love, you know, but like and new vitality in reverse. So this is understanding there that there can be change, even though you're feeling like there can't be change. But the thing of it is I have the third eye chakra and the solar plexus chakra in reverse. So I don't see that you can move, but this is like growth, right? This is, and even if it is an actual move, You will see it. You have to trust where life is going and understand that what is meant to happen is going to happen, right? You can have things. And this could be reverse, right? There could be someone who's not seeing their potential, who's not seeing that you could have so much more, you know? So, you know, but I really feel like this whole mirror thing going on, like, I feel like you're looking at yourself differently on the outside than what the inside is trying to show you, you know? So, like, try to go inward on that and try to understand that sometimes we don't always have control of what things happen, you know? Then I pulled a couple of these cards here, and so these are my soul truth cards, guys. I love these cards because it helps me like see what I can do to help me through situations. And so, and if you haven't, give me a like and a follow. I remembered. Am I clear on what my soul really wants? Take out the shoulds and the limitations. Get out of your head and pay attention to your heart's desires instead. If you knew it was impossible to fail, what would you do? Wherever you go, go with all your heart. Ask yourself, what is it that your soul really wants? What does your heart crave? Then take one step in that direction. How can I be more kind to myself and offer grace in this very moment? Growing our self-love is medicine to the world's broken heart. When you heal, we all heal. When you give yourself more grace, you are able to give the world more grace. Today's soul action. Look at yourself with a grace filter. You are meant to be in this moment of your life. Release the inner critic and fill in that hole with your soul's truth. That you are infinite, you are loved, and you are already there. And one more, guys, okay? What do I believe about money? Do my beliefs match my dreams? How does your relationship with money affect your current situation? Do you believe you are worthy? Do you believe you are capable? Do you trust money? Does money trust you? Money is an energy. It ebbs and flows. You are worthy of it, and it's your responsibility to heal your relationship with money as part of your waking up to the whole of you and your purpose. Today's soul action. Take a deep dive in your belief system around money. Are there any beliefs you need to upgrade to create the result you are wanting most in your life? Write out your money story. Is it time for a sacred shift? What will your next chapter be? Fill in the blank. I am grateful to money because. So I hope this helps, guys. You know, try to make sure that you're more kind to yourself, you know. If someone else is wanting more out of you too, go inward on that. You know, if this isn't you wanting it, it's someone else, then you should consider, okay? But I promise, guys, everything's going to be okay with having the light at the end, like the very last card that I got. I love this for you because this means that things are going to be okay. And you're going to be celebrating. So know that after all this, you know, introspection, it's all going to be okay, guys. I love you so much. Take care of you. Bye for now.